On the Overview tab of a profile, you can vet the influencer's engagement to see how influential they actually are with their audience. In the bottom right corner, we can see the overall audience size this influencer has across all their social media channels. We can also see this broken out by channel. Understanding the size of an influencer's audience is an important first step. However, just because an influencer may have a huge following, does not mean that their audience is engaged with their content. An influencer with a smaller audience may have higher engagement than an influencer with a larger audience. We want to make sure whoever you partner with can make a maximum impact on your campaign. This is where True Reach comes into play. True Reach is an algorithm that analyzes the audience and the relationship with the influencer. While buying fake followers is becoming less of an issue, there are still influencers who partake in this practice, so it looks like their audience is bigger than it actually is. True Reach also considers followers who are inactive or don't engage with the influencer. If a user stops engaging with a social media profile, a social channel's algorithm limits showing the influencer's posts in the user's feed. These are all things to consider when comparing the true reach to the actual size of the audience. Klear also provides a true scale that compares the influencer to other influencers with a similar size following. If their true reach is higher or lower than those of similar influencers, we can see that reflected here. Next are the influencer's engagement stats. We can see the total number of engagements on average per post and network. If you click Breakdown, we can dive deeper into these metrics per network. For example, if we click on Instagram, we can see the average number of post engagements by month. This is important to check for consistency in engagements. We can also see how their followers have grown over time. If we toggle back to KPIs, there's a benchmarking bar similar to True Reach showing how this influencer's engagements compare to similar influencers. Lastly, we have their influencer score. This is a global score of how influential someone is across their networks. This algorithm looks at thousands of data points, but two key factors are the engagements and the reach. This score is an important consideration if an influencer's posts are getting a lot of views, but not many engagements. This impacts whether their post will show up on their audience's Discover and Explore feeds. After you've vetted an influencer's engagement metrics, you'll want to evaluate their content to ensure their personal brand and aesthetic makes sense for you. Under the Content tab, you will see a summary highlighting content that performs well. This can help you understand the content that resonates with the influencer's audience. The portfolio allows you to see some of the brands the influencer has previously worked with and the output of their sponsored ads. Lastly, let's review the Demographics tab. This will help you understand if the influencer's audience represents your target demographic. We can see here a high-level overview of their audience, and then dive deeper into age, gender, influence, location, and interests by topics and brands.